How do conference championship tiebreakers really work? Imagine a season where two or more teams finish with the same conference record, and only one spot in the championship game is left. How does the decision get made? That's where conference championship tiebreakers come into play. These rules help decide which team gets to compete for the title when records are tied. The first step is always to look at the head-to-head result. If one of the tied teams beat the other during the regular season, that team wins the tiebreaker. It's the simplest and most direct method. But what if they didn't play each other, or if multiple teams are tied? Then the process moves to comparing their winning percentages against common opponents. This means checking how well each team did against the same set of teams they all faced. If the tie still isn't broken, the next step is to look at each team's record against conference opponents, starting from the highest-ranked team in the standings and working down. This helps see which team performed better against the top competition. Some conferences also consider the combined winning percentage of all the conference opponents each team faced, which gives a sense of the strength of schedule. Certain conferences include external rankings or rating systems, like the college football playoff rankings or proprietary scores, to help decide ties. These rankings factor in various performance metrics and can tip the scales if other criteria are still tied. If all else fails, the conference might resort to a random method like a coin toss or a draw by the conference commissioner. This is rare but is used as a last resort when no other criteria can separate the teams. When three or more teams are tied, the process gets more complex. Usually they compare the combined head-to-head winning percentages among those teams. If one team has beaten all the others, that team gets the edge. If not, the process repeats with remaining teams until only two are tied, then the two-team tiebreaker rules are applied. Different conferences have their own specific rules. For example, the Sun Belt Conference uses divisional play and applies tiebreakers within divisions, starting with head-to-head results and then looking at divisional records. The Big Ten has recently added cumulative conference winning percentages of all opponents into their criteria. These tiebreakers are very important because they decide which teams get to play in the conference championship game. That game can lead to a spot in the postseason and even a chance at the national championship. So, understanding how these rules work helps fans see how teams earn their shot at glory. In the end, conference championship tiebreakers follow a clear hierarchy. Start with head-to-head results, then check common opponents, conference records, strength of schedule, rankings, and finally, if needed, a random choice. Every conference has its own detailed rules, but they all aim to be fair and transparent in choosing the best team to advance.